the turnaround has been made. We are at all-time high, but we still have way to go, right? So until July, maybe until almost August, and we see already here, we now have some plateau, some sideways action going on in the M2. We expect an explosive move all the way up to 120k or maybe even 130k within the next 1 or 2 weeks, right? We expect to break and go to new all-time highs, right? Gold has taken a breather. And we are going to overlay Bitcoin once more because we did that before. But if we form a top like here, right? So we see the long wicks there, selling pressure coming in for gold. If we find this top here, we see that after that, Bitcoin went completely nuts. And basically that is, we have the global M2 inflow into risk off, right? There will be soon a phase coming in that is risk on. Money M2 flows into risk off. But then you see here, at some point when risk off phase is done, money flows into risk on, right? But if you look into the crypto space, Bitcoin is then the next best thing, risk off within the crypto space, right? And then it's the alts. This is USDT dominance, Tether dominance, and we are looking for this to break, right? Also, then you would have something like a small, like a version like this of Head and Shoulders, right? Be it as it may, but we are going to lose the support very, very, very soon, probably, right? And then the way is open down to this support level again, with an increased money supply down, like allocating almost 1% of the entire Tether stack, and USDC dominance very likely looks the same. We did, and this is exactly what I was afraid of, right? This is exactly what I was afraid of, that we're just repeating what we had here in larger on BTC dominance, but that the moment that BTC does something, the liquidity flows out of altcoins and gets traded back into Bitcoin, right? So we are not certain here that we are going to have our altcoin season just yet. As we see here, we did a little blip, the altcoins went nuts, but now the altcoins are getting wrecked again against Bitcoin, where Bitcoin is working at this all-time high. And we don't know when this turnaround will be. We don't know, but what I know is that it is going to come, and that right now probably is the best time to get into position if you believe that this is going to happen, right? We saw it last time when ETH pumped back, the altcoins were also going really nicely. So even though that Solana is the new big thing, unfortunately we got rejected here, but that doesn't mean anything. We could come back above this. Let's see. But the altcoin market is looking to ETH still, because ETH last altcoin season was front running and was the first to move and give the signals. We might consolidate here a little bit for ETH, right? Getting ETH on the weekly, we see we bounced here nicely. I kept this kind of as a midline because it has a lot of valid points. I mean, you see here the confluence, bounce, 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 lost support and now rejected right here. On this trend line, however, what's also valid is this whole thing, right? Resist and resist, resist. Support, bounce, right? So the logical thing would be to come back here, test this, and hopefully break, right? So we basically have this kind of a trajectory and then breakout. However, and this is something we need to keep in mind looking at the altcoins here, is ETH, BTC. You can put this into your trading view. Just go instead of ETH, USDT or USDC, you go in ETH, BTC, and you go whatever chart, right? This still, I mean, here we see this is the first reaction in a long time where ETH started to outperform BTC. We will see how this basically performs in the next couple of days and weeks to come. This is the weekly chart. We see that basically since our last alt season, which basically started here in March 21 or so, like where ETH outperformed Bitcoin for quite some months, couple of months. we got, since here in November then 21, when it was all over, we just got wrecked against ETH. Basically, it would have been the best trade ever to just go out of all altcoins and ETH and so on here, go into Bitcoin and stay there, right? Until now, question mark. Will we have something like this again, right? So we would then see ETH outperform BTC, and that's exactly what the definition is of the second phase of the money flow, right? BTC overlap phase, ETH goes back and forth with BTC. That would be this here, right? Goes back and forth with BTC, and then ETH starts outperforming BTC. That's an alt season. So will we see a back and forth with BTC and then outperformance against the BTC pair? You have to take your coin and put it against BTC. So for example, ADA, if you like believe in Cardano, you have to put it against BTC. Then you see this clearly down, right? But question mark, because also here, will there be a macro higher low and maybe higher highs for ADA, right? Solana maybe not, right? Solana maybe not. Yeah, Solana not. Solana against BTC is more, it did outperform, and it's like big fat resistance here. So the moment that, and this is something that I would look out for a Solana position even, if this comes to a break. Others dominance basically gives us a clue against BTC, and others dominance is still wrecked. We are still waiting for a fake out or something signal, right? I mean, we didn't also do the real bearish retest here on a weekly or so, or on monthly. Actually, on the monthly, let me see. Yeah, on the monthly we did fall out 3 months out of this dominance rising channel. The total 3 looks way better when you take out Ethereum, because Ethereum has been weak, but this could change, right? We still did not close here, up here, for another retest, right, at the 1.6 trillion. I think it will happen.